and welcome to PlayStation Grenade. It's a new year, 2022, and another 12 months ahead of us of new games and a scary amount of re-releases vying for your cash and attention all year round. January is renowned for being the slowest month in the video game industry, yet there are a handful of games worth your time. Like usual, I've found a few free experiences to tide you over, and a dumb question at the end of the video, like always. Let's do this. First we have Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Extraction. Extraction is firmly based in the playstyle of Rainbow Six Siege. The operators, the weapons, the same slow pacing and thought goes into everything. But that's where the similarities end, as Extraction is not about slaying other real-world players, it's a co-op shooter going up against AI-controlled aliens. Your mission is to infiltrate an enemy stronghold, collect the thing, the MacGuffin, and extract again. If you were playing Siege back in 2018, you've technically already tried Extraction. The LTM Outbreak was the birth of this idea, and it spawned an entire standalone game. Ubisoft know this is going to be a tough sell, so here's a cool little extra. When one player buys the game, they can invite two other players to play for free for 2 whole weeks. Allowing friends to try a game without limits is a great way to attract more people. It's clear that cooperation and teamwork are integral. Playing this game alone just doesn't work, so start talking to your squad right away, see if it's a game for them. From that point, it's your choice how you go in, breach and clear or stealth the entire mission. It's also been confirmed that post-launch content is coming thick and fast, and right away, there is expert level content, end game content added. Each week it changes as you climb up the pro ranks online. Rainbow Six Extraction released on January 20th on PlayStation, Xbox, PC, and Stadia, which is still a thing in 2022. Next, we have a couple of PlayStation exclusives, which have now come to PC, and I couldn't be happier. As of January 14th, PC players can see what all the fuss is about with God of War, the PlayStation 4's swan song. We fill the boots of Dad of Boy as they fulfill his mother's dying wish. The journey is emotional, and a bond is created between the two. And you can also throw an axe, and you can summon it back, like a big angry bald Thor. Speaking of Thor, Kratos is no longer in the Greek pantheon and has now ventured into the Nordic world. It's almost 4 years since the story was told, and it won't look any better than on PC. A good PC, that is. Unlocked frame rates and true 4K are here and available for people with more money than sense. It's gonna look beautiful. With PlayStation offering their games up to the PC audience, it should see more of us getting excited for the next God of War game, Ragnarok, coming later in 2022. The other PlayStation PC release is Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection, releasing on January 28th on PS5 and PC at the same time. This includes the sublime Uncharted 4 and the criminally underrated Lost Legacy, a third-person action-adventure with tons of cover shooting. Here's a great touch: if you own either of those games on PS4, you'll be able to upgrade to both of them on PS5 for $10. The pricing is kinda weird, so here's the info on screen if you prefer to read it yourself. Just pause the video. Hang on, what's that? People who have the PS Plus version of the game cannot upgrade, and the multiplayer portion has been stripped from the games too. Come on, Sony. The PlayStation 5 upgrade will support full 4K at 30 frames per second, and if you have a monitor capable of seeing it, 120 frames per second at 1080p, which is smooth as silk. So play Nathan Drake's final adventure one last time and see where the story is likely going in years to come. Let's do some free stuff. There's quite a lot to go through. First up is a monumentous occasion. The juggernaut of the Battle Royale family has finally gone free to play. As of January 12th, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is free on PlayStation, Xbox and PC. After 70+ million copies have been sold, it's finally time to give it away for free. If you've been living under a rock, you should know that PUBG is arguably the game which made Battle Royale into the world-dominating game it is today. Fortnite, Warzone and Apex Legends all call this game Daddy. But like most daddies, the kids have surpassed them. 100 players parachute onto an island and scavenge for weapons, and murderize each other and to be the sole survivor. If this doesn't look like something for you, I still beg you to try it at least. It's like visiting your grandparents at Christmas. They can still teach you a thing or two. PUBG goes free to play everywhere on January 12th. Gamers on PS5 and Xbox Series can also play the Matrix Awakens experience right now. We can't really call this a game, it's more of a showcase for the future of Epic Games' Unreal Engine. Graphically though, this demo is mind-blowing. The detail and filmic aesthetic is a wow moment. This is probably the closest you'll ever get to feeling like you're in a movie. There's a car chase, and there's tons of Easter eggs to find after the main mission is over. It won't last you a long time, but it will open your mind to the future of what video games will look like in years to come. Ooh, Fortnite llama. Oh, there are a few more free things you should know about. The PS5 version of Rec Room has been released. I have no idea why, but it's a thing. So if you like 3D shenanigans with friends in Rec Room, the PS5 has its own standalone version, which runs way quicker. It's quite impressive. And if you're a PS Plus subscriber and added Final Fantasy VII Remake to your library last year, you should know that you now have the PS5 version already added to your library, completely for free. Pretty good move if you ask me, although it did take a bit longer than it should. Be sure to check back on Wednesday and we'll go through the new January PS Plus games, by the way. Until then, I think that's the end of the free stuff you can get this month. I'll see you next month. And finally, a small hello to an indie game which is crazy addictive, Windjammers 2. The first game was released back in 1994 and was very simple. Throw a disc past your opponent to score. That's really it. The subtlety comes via tactical throws and bending the disc into new positions. Expect Windjammers 2 to be super cheap and likely on PS Plus or Games with Gold soon after. All the sprites have been hand-drawn and animated, giving Windjammers 2 a retro feel, which is quite appealing to an old fart like me. So there we have it. Not much this month, but 7 new releases to tide you over in January 2022. Any take your fancy. If you're still here, let's bond a little. I want to know what is the greatest game you've ever played. I look forward to arguing with you in the comments. I'm Adam, you're awesome. I'll see you next time.